Hello there everybody, Sabaranai2 aka Nightmare, and welcome back to Higurashi Kai Minagoroshi. Now then, before we actually begin, I think it's time that I finally come forth with my theory about Higurashi and who I think the culprit is. Well, it's funny enough, I was actually trying to think of a theory today and this idea just came to me. So I went over it in the Discord, and I decided it'd be fair if I went ahead and shared my thoughts with you guys who aren't in the Discord and all that. Okay, so because I went through Umineko, it kind of taught me a little bit on how to, I guess, sort of how to think, or at least use my gray cells. And the distinction between, okay, I'm not entirely sure if those who are watching this have actually went through Umineko, but okay, I will avoid mentioning that, but Umineko kind of taught me some ways of thinking. So, let's go over Higurashi here. We don't really have anything that proves beyond a doubt of what actually happened. I have no definitive facts that I can truly rely on because every time I learn something new, I find myself questioning it. So, here's my theory about who the possible culprit is. Mio Takano. Now, in the last episode, we got a little bit with Rika, talking about Takano, and not only Takano, but also Iri. And I started to think about this for a while. She also mentioned how it seems like Takano played a very, important role in establishing, paranoia and suspicion among the cast throughout the tales that we've experienced. Specifically characters like Keiichi, Shion, and Rena. So, as I was thinking, I'm probably going to go ahead and read off pretty much what I wrote out word for word here. My thought was, what if she was involved, or, maybe the culprit? We don't have definitive proof the burnt corpse was really Mio, and if it was, then is the Mio we know actually Mio? Now, by erasing her existence, she destroys the possibility of her involvement. Now, I'm gonna diverge a little bit here, so what do I mean by erase her existence? We have the story say that she was burned alive, she was killed. But is that really her? We have a doctor named Iri who's, I'm guessing, performing the autopsy, so in that regard, maybe he himself is actually involved too. He could easily fake an autopsy. So who would the body be? My idea is that Mio Takano actually killed Rina and used her body. Now the reason that, a detail that kind of helps support this is that the body is burnt. And that's like one of the best ways to kind of make it impossible to tell a body. Sort of. Now, at least that's kind of what I've got going on here. By erasing her existence, she destroys the possibility of her involvement, meaning if everybody thinks that she's dead, it would be easier for her to move around being unnoticed, in a way. It would also be easier for her to kill Tomataki. Again, this is where Iri's involvement comes in. Takano seems to have some connection with Iri, in the fact that she's also a nurse of sorts. She has access to all of these various hallucinogens and various types of drugs. Now, this only works well, I think, if Iri is actually a cohort working with Takano. I'm not entirely sure why Iri would do this, but I do have a slight theory as to why Takano would. She's the one that's been inspiring a lot of, suspicion and paranoia among the characters. She's the one that's known for writing about all of these various, theories about what happens in Hinamizawa during the time of Watanagashi. Well, if she kept that suspicion and paranoia alive by constantly having all of these mysterious deaths occur at Watanagashi, people would start going into and looking into Hinamizawa, and they soon might actually start believing in what Takano is saying. It would basically make her sort of popular in a way. Now, a reason why, it'd be easier for her to kill Rika because, as we're establishing right here, Rika seems to trust Iri and Takano. That would make it so much easier for her to get rid of Rika. At least, that's kind of the theory that I've got going on. As for the Great Hinamizawa disaster, I'm not entirely sure what to make of that. But anyway, that's my idea so far for the, what I think, who the culprit is. That's my thought process right now. Just gonna let you guys know that right now. Now, let's finally go forward. Also, now that I think about it, this could actually be backed up. I mean, people already suspect the Sonozaki, so she could easily just keep building up the suspicion and basically destroy the reputation of the Sonozaki family. Hi, I'm surprised to see you here on a day other than Sunday.
I have something I want to ask Takano. Is she here today?
No. She must be on a date with Risa-san. I wish I had a date too.
Why do you call him Risa? I don't understand.
You should ask him yourself. It was a small mistake I made when we first met. It was funny how he reacted. I don't get it. That's what nicknames are all about, though. What did you want to talk to her about? I will see her at the meeting tonight, so I'll take a message if you want.
Thank you very much. But I'll talk to her directly.
I imagine this is Rika. I see. Well, I must get back to my work now.
Are you not seeing any patients today?
Well, I've been busy with the paperwork for the meeting tonight. I've been preparing it for a while, but I didn't have enough time. I'll get in trouble if I don't finish my work.
Plus, you're busy coaching the baseball team too. You have so much energy.
I'm such a busy guy. I've been looking for a cute maid who would take care of the chores and help me with other work, but I have no luck. He laughs and looks at his watch. It seems like he's in a hurry.
Do you have any idea where Takano is right now?
Well, they're probably going to different places in the village. I know that they always meet at the shrine. She left not too long ago, so she might still be somewhere near the shrine. I look at the clock on the wall. I guess I just missed her. I have no time to have a chat with him.
Thank you very much. I'll try the shrine.
You shouldn't distract those lovers, since they only see each other 4 times a year. He smiles mischievously and waves his hand at me. I go back to the shrine. I tried to park my bike by the stairs that led to the shrine grounds. Satoko and I are the only people who park our bikes there, but I see more than 10 bikes there today. The people must be gathering at the convention room. There are lots of meetings when the Watanagishi festival gets closer. Seeing all these bikes reminds me that the summer is almost here. Most of the bikes are old and beat up. However, I see 2 unfamiliar bikes parked there. They are sporty mountain bikes with the same design but different colors. They must belong to Takano and Tomotoki. Probably. I go up the stairs and look for the 2 of them, but I can't find them. Is there any place that has a nice view for taking pictures? Probably at the top of the shrine or the bottom where they can get a good, scenic view. No, wait, the top view. Fuck, what the hell? So I started looking for them based on what Takano might like. I can only think of one place. How is it, Jiro-san? Yeah, it's a pretty simple one. All I need is the right tool. I should be able to open it in a minute. Ah, you can do that. You open the lock to my heart, but that's not the only thing you're good at, huh? I'm going to curse you. Oh, that was Rika. Whoops. My bad. The 2 of them jump. Yeah, the two of them jump, surprised as I suddenly appear in front of them. Hello, Rika-chan. It wasn't nice of you to scare us like that.
It's not nice to try and open the shrine storage locks either.
She's right, Takano-san. You can't do something like that. Tomitaki concedes right away, but Takano is stubborn. Also, in this sprite, he does look considerably less buff. As she makes up excuses, trying to fool me. I know how much interest she has in this shrine storage based on my previous lives. I'm impressed with the way she's trying to cover up her interest. The shrine storage is full of the dark history of Onigafuchi village. It's full of bloody and vicious tools that Takano is fascinated with. She should have a good guess that those things are inside of this shrine, based on what she had been researching. She's making up some story about cultural treasures and stuff, but it's obvious that she's just making excuses. Tomitaki is also listening to Takano's phony excuses with an impressed look. I tried to hide what's inside of this shrine storage to Takano because I don't want to spread the brutal information about the holy traditions they used to have in Onigafuchi village. It would be a disgrace. As a member of the Furude family, I can't let that happen. Looking at the history of Onigafuchi in the way Takano does is a painful thing to Hanyu as well. For Hanyu, the shrine storage is a special place. I don't know what's so nice about being surrounded by those scary tools, but she feels cozy when she's surrounded by the smell of old times. The storage is like Hanyu's hideout. When I can't see her, she's usually relaxing in the shrine storage. I don't want Hanyu's peaceful place to be turned into the bloody, horrifying place Takano believes it to be. That's why I've been keeping Takano away from the storage. That would be for the best. I wonder why I act so mean to her. Is it because I hate her? I should stop feeling that way. I have to keep close contact with Takano and Tomitaki. I'm not giving up just because it doesn't work before. I'm going to try one more time. This world is different from the other ones. I might be able to change their fate, which may change my destiny. Not if Takano's the killer. Hanyu. I'm thinking about showing the shrine storage to Takano. Hanyu makes an irritated face. Takano will go crazy if she sees what's inside of there. She'll be spreading rumors of the bloody history of Onigafuchi. Hanyu is not too excited about that. I'm not trying to earn brownie points with Takano, but I think it might give me a chance to talk to her. I don't think she'll listen to me if I keep acting mean to her like this. I understand that Hanyu doesn't want her to be inside this holy place, but she can't do anything more than be irritated. I'm the one who can make the ultimate decision. She'll forgive me if I promise to eat something sweet later. Fair enough.
Takano? If you'll keep it a secret, I'll let you in.
Are you serious? You're letting me inside the shrine storage? What's the catch?
Nothing. I'll let you inside the shrine storage.
You mean this storage? Inside of this building?
I'm not trying to be smart with you. I'll let you inside of this storage. Nipa.
Nipa! Jesus! I've never seen such a big smile on her face before. It must be like a miracle. I'm seeing this face for the first time in over 100 years of history. Tomitaki must be feeling the same way. I bet his image of Takano is slowly falling apart right now. No, he may have just found a new attractive side of her.
I'm surprised to know that Takano is actually a humorous person.
Communication is important. It's so hard to tell what people are all about. We remained there and watched Takano dancing in excitement for a while.
This is a secret, so no one can see us going inside.
That's true. I'll try and calm her down.
I'll go to get the keys now.
Well, I certainly didn't expect that. By the time I come back with the key, Takano is totally calm again. It's obvious that she's trying to hide her big smile. She's doing a pretty bad job of it. I thought she was a mature lady, but she might still be a kid at heart. This side of her is so cute. It's the first time I've ever thought this about her.
Well, before we go inside, you must promise me something. Otherwise, you can't go inside.
All right. You are willing to break the cannon and open the forbidden storage for us? Break the cannon? Break the You worded that weirdly. Am I just thinking of the cannon in a different way, or, I think I'm looking into that a bit too much there. You'll keep the promise. Takano-san, you have to take this seriously. I'm taking it seriously. Jesus Christ.
My image of Takano is falling to pieces right now.
Same here. Her market is crashing all over the world. Rena told me before, it's not good to think about the problem all on your own. I always hated the crazy part of Takano, and I didn't want to be close to her. But I never thought she could act this way. She's acting almost like Rena when she's in her adorable mode. Had I known that she was a funny person like this, I wouldn't have felt resentment toward her. I realize how important communicating can be.
First of all, you have to promise you won't tell anybody that you went inside the storage. Do not tell anyone.
Of course I won't. I'll promise. Takano puts her hands to her chest. She also forces Tomotaki to do the same. It's funny how Tomotaki is trying to keep up with Takano.
Also, you can't damage anything inside the storage.
Of course not. Is it okay if I take pictures?
Me? You can, but I'll charge 100 yen per picture.
What? How much money do you have now, Jiro-san?
If you pay me 10,000, you can take all you want.
That's a good deal. I'll take it. Jiro-san? Wait, what? They paid me the money for real. Hanyu seems excited knowing that the money can be used for buying desserts, but for some reason I'm noticing that Tomotaki is out in the corner crying to himself.
Takano is such a nice person.
You're so greedy. I finally got approval from Oyashiro-sama, the master of the storage. We have no more problems now. The shrine storage is behind the Tomotaki, you can get up now. Convention room. Sometimes people will come out for a cigarette break. I can't let anybody see us entering the storage. You're good. No one is out there. Tomotaki checks out the scene and gives me the signal to go ahead. I nod at him and unlock the door. I push open the heavy door just far enough for us to sneak inside.
It'll be suspicious if you walk outside like that.
What? I can come inside too? He seems surprised that I'm asking him to come inside with us. I know that Tomotaki is not interested in what's inside the storage. I expected his surprised reaction. Jiro-san, Rika-chan is telling you to come inside. Come on now! Oh god, what the hell, woman? Alright. Tomotaki gets inside as Takano urges him. I turn the light on and close the door. Then I put the chain on from inside. You're locking us inside?
So that a bad kitty cat won't sneak inside, you know?
Are you talking about me?
Takano, a cat is supposed to say meow meow. Nipa.
What do you mean?
If you don't act like a cat, I'm not going to let you see what's in here. I brought a collar and fake cat ears for you. I'm not going to open the next door unless you put these on and get on your hands and knees.
Jesus Christ! The shrine storage has 2 doors so people can't see inside when the first door is opened. We are inside of the first room right now. Now, the real storage is in the next room. What? You're kidding, right? I'm not going to believe you. But, what the hell? I'll do it if I have to. You are trying to see how interested I really am. Jesus Christ. If you want me to, I'll even wear a fake tail on my butt. I'll get down on my hands and knees in front of the milk tray and say, give me some...
I think she would have definitely joined our club if she was around our age.
I agree. You know how, stock certificates all fell like snow from the sky when the stock market crashed on Wall Street? That's how her stock looks right now. Jesus. Bring it on, Rika-chan. Are you sure I only have to wear the ears and the collar? Takano-san, there's no lock on the next door. See? It opens when you push it. Are you serious? You embarrassed me.
Tomotaki has no sense of humor.
He just turned off a lot of viewers who are looking forward to seeing Takano in the cat outfit. God damn it. Oh my god. Why? Why do you do this to me? Not complaining.
Anyway, he's right. You just have to push it. Nipa.
Once we're through this, we're inside of the storage. There are no windows here, so it's completely dark, even during the day. There are several light bulbs hanging from the ceiling, but they're dim, and the light only exaggerates the darkness inside. Oyashiro-sama's statue and the altar dominate the center of the room. They are surrounded by tons of ancient torture implements. They're all over the floor, walls, and ceiling. It looks like a torture room rather than just the storage. This is amazing. Tomotaki is rendered speechless. They are nothing like those fake torture implements that they might have in a wax museum. All of these are genuine tools. I don't want to think about it, but I'm sure some of them were really used. These real tools have a big impact on those who see them. I imagine. But Tomotaki is the only one who is shocked, since he's the only one who is normal. Takano's eyes are sparkling. She's taking pictures while meowing like a cat. Really? While meowing like a cat. This is not a special place for me. I know that I'm supposed to treat it as a holy place. However, I'm used to seeing all this stuff because I've been here many times since I was little. This is nothing but a storage with old stuff stored inside. Hanyu thinks this is a cozy place where she can smell the air from the ancient period. I get in a good mood when I come here because Hanyu gets in a good mood. This is a relaxing place for her. As I see Tomotaki's reaction, I realize how my values are totally off from normal people's. Takano's reaction seems more natural to me in a sense. Hanyu seems to be bothered by Tomotaki's reaction too. Maybe it was a bad idea for me to let him come inside. But I can't kick him out now. Hanyu and I sit in front of the altar and watch Takano's excitement and Tomotaki's shock. I wonder why they made so many torture implements. The whole purpose of torture is to make people confess something, right? Why was it necessary for them to have so many? Jiro-san, do you know that there are 2 ways to threaten people with torture implements? The first one is to inflict pain on the victim. The other way is to threaten the victim by just showing him the tools. In that sense, having countless tools can give tremendous fear to the victim. I've heard that, torture requires skill. I guess it's hard to really hurt people without killing them. Tomotaki acts like he's having a conversation with Takano, but his voice is obviously shaking.
Some of the Western torture implements were so vicious that if they really used it on the victim, it would have killed him instantly. To be precise, there...
Oh wait, I'm guessing that this is actually Takano talking. I think? To be precise, there are two types of torture implements. First, there are simple tools that are simply used to make the victim confess. The other type is for entertaining those who are watching the torture. I'm frustrated that some people can't tell the difference between those two. Let me ask you, what were they trying to get from the victims by using these tools? Tomotaki asks me. He must have thought that Takano would say something more scary if he asked her. He's forgetting that I'm just a little innocent girl. I think they were forcing the victims to obey the rules in Onigafuchi village. That's what I believe. Am I right?
Yes, you are. Most of these tools were never built for actual use. They were simply displayed in front of the villagers to intimidate them. That's why there's a record saying that when they actually tried to use them, some of them were the wrong size or malfunctioning. So, sometime they really used them. That sounds like a serious story. Some of the people were just not obedient, despite the threat of Oyashiro-sama's curse.
Hey, Rika-chan, are you sure that these tools were mainly used to intimidate people in the village? I've heard that these were used as cooking and dissecting tools during the real Watanagashi. Hanyu is making a frustrated face. She doesn't want to remember the dark history of Onigafuchi village. The people performed countless torture ceremonies in front of her, claiming they're doing this for her, Oyashiro-sama. She asked them not to do that, but no one was able to hear or see her.
I have no comment on that. Nipa.
She always talks to me about it, too. People in Onigafuchi used to kidnap other people, and they ate them in a religious ritual, right? I wonder why they did that. Was it some kind of display to other people? I think they were doing it as a sort of ceremony. They wanted to show off that within the food chain they were in a higher position than humans. And they refused to interact with the other villagers because they believed that they had supernatural powers, and their village was a holy place. They thought interaction with filthy humans would bring disaster to the village. Filthy ningens. That was their belief. There was a history of gibbeted heads in Japan. Intimidating people like that is immoral, but it had great effect. The victim was brutally tortured in public, and then they were eaten alive. What would you think if you saw something like that? Everyone would think that they wouldn't want to be in that same situation. There was also a history of crucifixion in this country. They hung the victim and stabbed him with spears in front of an audience. You know, people don't really die from being stabbed once or twice. They might have a chance to die if they were stabbed in the stomach or chest, but it's not an instant like a guillotine. Considering I just went through freaking DSC today, I'm already remembering the damn guillotine. They bled from their wounds, and their guts were pulled out, and they eventually died by drowning in their own blood. In that sense, a guillotine is such a merciful tool. Did you know? The guillotine was invented for nobles. It was invented because they were able to die instantly, which wasn't the case with shooting or hanging. The nobles got special treatment all the way up to death. There's an old black and white movie that I know of. It's a love story set during the French Revolution, but the last guillotine scene is the best part. The nobles are lined up, bound in chains, and they get executed on the guillotine one by one in front of the public. Snap! Next. Snap! Next. Snap!
The human lives are taken away as if it's a factory with a conveyor belt. There's no last words or prayers or anything. Snap, next, snap. It's not even entertaining because it's over in a flash. No one feels any emotion for their deaths. The audience enjoys how the nobles' heads are sliced off like vegetables. It's like a show to them. I think it's more respectful to kill someone slowly and brutally. That way, people will pay a little bit more attention to them, right? Oh yeah, Shiro-sama here was the one who made the brutal torture possible.
Takano raises her hand to honor the statue of Oyashiro-sama.
Oyashiro-sama is just an imaginary god that people created. The fear made his existence a holy one. People made up laws and rules and reinforced them by using curses and fear. They built up the fear higher and higher, and the god was born upon that fear. God is a creation of humans. It's nothing but a fruit of fear, blood, and torture. In this village, people call it Oyashiro-sama. He is not a real god in the world of gods. He was created by us humans. He's a guidance to take us humans to a higher elevation and...
Her passionate lecture is interrupted by a loud noise. As I look back, Hanyu is jumping up and down with her eyes full of tears. No wonder, don't do that, you're pissing her off! You're hurting her feelings! She's stomping the floor hard as she's stomping the floor as hard as she can, and only making a loud noise instead of screaming out with her unheard voice. However, it's the same thing. Hanyu can't speak out to people.
That's not right. That's not right. I'm not like that.
Hanyu.
I hate seeing people getting tortured or killed. I want people to be happy together. Of course, not everything is perfect, but I've never asked people to do such horrible things.
Hanyu. That's your opinion. Oyashiro-sama has nothing to do with you.
That's not right. That's not right. I hate Takano. I hate her. She always says horrible things about me. She's horrible.
Was it a bad idea for me to bring Takano in here? I knew that Takano would get excited and say something like this. Fortunately, Hanyu's rejection indirectly reached Takano and she stopped the lecture. Somehow, Tomotaki heard the noise that Hanyu made. He presses his finger in front of his lips and tells her to be quiet.
What is it?
Well, I just heard a sound like a child was jumping around. There might be a child somewhere near this building.
Really? I didn't hear anything.
I'm sure I heard it. Takano-san, we're in here secretly. I think you should look around without making any noise.
Takano seems disappointed, but Tomotaki is right. She has no choice but to be quiet. Tomotaki. There are no children around this place.
Are you sure? You didn't hear either. I'm sure I heard a noise.
I heard it too. But it was not coming from outside the building. It was jumping right behind me. I guess you heard it from far away, but it was very loud to me.
I'm standing in front of the altar, and the statue of Oyashiro-sama is right behind me. Tomotaki seems freaked out by what I just told him. Although he's trying to make a smile, his face is turning pale. However, Takano doesn't seem scared at all.
Takano? You can't say things that would upset Oyashiro-sama in front of her. Oyashiro-sama is very angry now. Can't you hear the voice?
It's fortunate that she can't hear the voice. Even if she heard it, it's nothing but a sobbing voice. My job as a maiden is to tell humans what Oyashiro-sama is feeling. I'm responsible for speaking on Hanyu's behalf. I guess Takano realizes that I'm very serious about what I just said. She apologizes to me right away.
I'm sorry. I took it too far. I'm sorry, Oyashiro-sama. You are a god as long as people worship you. Even though I may not worship you, you are still holy. I'm sorry for disrespecting you.
Oyashiro-sama loves sweet food. Sorry.
You will get cursed unless you offer something sweet through me.
Tomotaki couldn't help but smile. Takano also smiles and she bows at me and promises to bring me some cream puffs soon. Takano finally stops talking bad about Oyashiro-sama. She also promised that she's giving me something sweet. Hanyu is still upset, but I guess she's satisfied for now. But I don't know what she means by the 3 fingers she's showing to me. Is she telling me to tell Takano about that also? Being her maiden is not an easy thing.
Oyashiro-sama is saying that she wants at least 3 cream puffs. I just want to make it clear that it's not me asking for it.
They took it as a joke I made to relax everyone here. Tomotaki and Takano crack up, holding their stomachs. Hanyu is looking at them with surprise, not knowing why they're laughing. My face is turning red with embarrassment.
Fine. I'll get 3 delicious cream puffs for Oyashiro-sama. Should I get some for you and Satoko-chan, too?
I don't need any. But there's something that I want to tell you.
What is it? Since you let me inside the storage today, I'm willing to do anything for you now.
And I want you to believe what I'm about to tell you now. Please don't ask me why, or make fun of me. Please believe me and change fate to save me.
Both of them are surprised to see such a serious look on my face. I'm sure they will be surprised. I'm about to explain to them that they are going to die in 2 days. I'm sure they will want to deny that, but I know pretty well about their deaths. I'm sure that if I can explain it to them in detail, they won't be able to laugh it off. Oh god, Rika, not a good idea. Not a good idea. I've talked to them about this several times in the previous lives, but they never took it seriously. Wait, what? Was that established? I know that I only have a slight possibility that they might believe me. Hopefully the possibility is as small as a miracle. It should be engraved on the side of a die. My friends overcame their fates and they all rolled 6. Should I call that a miracle? Please, God, let me roll 6 again. Please let them believe that death is upon them. Really? You're cutting it off there?
Why do you do this to me, Higurashi? What did I do to deserve your ire? Is it because I'm not praying to Oyashiro-sama enough? I'm sorry, Hanyu.
Oh. Eri turns the light on as soon as he finishes the presentation. There are about 8 men wearing lab coats inside the meeting room. The man sitting at the far end is the only one without a lab coat. He claps his hands several times. Soon, the other men in the room realize he's applauding and everyone starts clapping. Oh! Hi? You look like a different version of Eri. I mean, Tomotaki.
That's good. It's very good. The progress you made has satisfied me.
It's the result of your effort, Dr. Eri.
No, it's because of my incredible staff. I appreciate them a lot.
We must say that we're getting close to finding a perfect treatment. There are several other issues, but time and money will solve them.
Please continue to back us up regarding that problem. If we have sufficient funds and labor, I assume in 3 years, we'll be able to launch the perfect medical system. Our next target is to develop an easy treatment method for those medical facilities with no special knowledge. We also need to develop inexpensive and easy testing methods.
In regard to the testing method, Dr. Eri is currently researching a method to find infected patients using blood samples. Once this method is successful, we can incorporate the test with the usual physical exams, and the cost will go down.
That's incredible. The current testing method is way too expensive. Thank you for being considerate about the cost. The health of our citizens is our #1 priority, and I hate to bring up cost issues with that. But we must reduce the cost as much as possible.
I understand. It would defeat the purpose of the treatment plan if the treatment plan was too high in cost. It's our job to come up with a realistic plan.
Tomotaki starts clapping and everyone follows him. Oh, wait, that literally was Tomotaki? I was... Huh? I thought I was... Oh... I wasn't ready for you to be wearing this outfit!
It's okay.
Ah! This goddamn confusion!
You're not only a great doctor, but also an incredible humanitarian. I'm honored that I met you. Are you in this outfit?
I'll accept the round of applause when we establish a treatment plan to defeat the curse of Oyashiro-sama. Until then, please continue to give us support. The curse of Oyashiro-sama.
Same here. I'll make every effort to get you sufficient funding for your research. Thank you so much for your involvement.
Tomotaki and Eri shake hands. The meeting room is filled with applause again.
That's it for the meeting tonight. Tomorrow is the day of the main event, the budget hearing. Please look forward for it.
She's being sarcastic. The staff members in lab coats are smiling bitterly.
I'll make adjustments if you really need the budget. I really want to help you all, but I'm the one who gets in trouble during the negotiations. I feel terrible, but I must make a strict decision. I hope you understand.
That's your job, so we can't blame you. We'll see you tomorrow. That's it. That is it for today. The staff members in the room gather up their stuff and leave. I do not remember ever seeing Tomotaki in an army outfit. I vaguely remember him wearing camo in one of his sprites, I think. Or maybe I'm misremembering that.
It is almost midnight. Some of them will leave tomorrow, but others need to get as much sleep as possible.
Takano gathers the ashtray and the empty cans from the table.
Some of them didn't finish their coffee. I wonder if they would cut the budget if they found out that we're wasting coffee.
Don't be cruel. I'm not doing my job out of enjoyment.
Oh, Takano-san. I'll take that leftover coffee.
I'll take one too. That way the budget won't go to waste.
They seem relaxed now that the staff members are gone. Tomotaki and Eri loosen up their collars and show relief.
How are Rika-chan and Satoko-chan? Are they doing fine? I heard last week that Satoko-chan's test result was not very good.
No, but it was actually not a big deal. Her body responded differently because of the sudden heat wave we had. Her new results came out very stable.
Dr. Eri is very passionate about Satoko-chan.
That's not true. As a physician, I treat all of my patients equally. I wish they would eventually become my maids. But I guess that will never happen.
You just want maids, my dude.
I wish there was a way to treat Satoko-chan. Is it difficult?
Once a patient enters the L5 stage, they can experience flashbacks or delusions. This is not caused by the illness itself, but it's a sort of defense mechanism. The patients try to use their past experience and memories in a positive way.
He's talking about emotional trauma. She may have some damage in her frontal lobe, so she'll need special counseling and long-term medical treatment.
You may be able to treat her illness, but you can't treat her mental health. Is that what you are saying?
There are many people out there with emotional trauma. The progress she has made so far is a miracle in a way.
Think about diabetic patients. There's no cure, but many of them live happily by controlling their conditions.
She still needs 3 shots a day?
No, she's getting better, so she only gets it twice a day now. I think that's less pressure for her.
She was so afraid in the beginning, but Rika-chan talked her into it.
Talked her into getting shots?
Satoko-chan thinks that she's just getting financial support from us because she's supporting our research.
So, she thinks that she's getting 2 shots a day not because she's sick, but to cooperate with Dr. Erie's study.
Jiro-san, it's a horrible thing for us to explain to her what kind of illness she is suffering. I thought I told you this before.
Well, I remember. I'm sorry for being insensitive.
If you happen to see Satoko-chan somewhere, please be nice to her. Well, I mean, of course.
All right. I'll do that.
By the way, Rika-chan is such a strong girl. She's in the same situation as Satoko-chan, but she is standing strongly on her feet.
It's all because of Rika-chan and her deceased parents. Without their understanding and support, we'd have never found a treatment this soon.
She was very patient with some of our immoral research. Without her support, there would have been no progress. We really want to show her respect. Sickness that they're treating. I wonder if that's in any way linked to the Hinamizawa disaster.
I agree. People in Tokyo also recognize that Rika-chan and Satoko-chan have rendered us a distinguished service. They will be compensated for their work someday.
Hey, you guys don't even want to pay for our coffee filters.
Don't be mean. You're always bringing that story up.
They don't even pay for the coffee filters? How dare you!
But all we can do for them is to compensate with money. I wish there was a way to pay them back from our hearts.
Takano mutters like she's talking to herself, but it almost sounds like she's talking to them. I'm sure there are many ways for us to show our appreciation. There are many ways we can pay them back.
Dr. Erie? Manager. I guess you are doing that for them all the time. I guess I should be nice to those girls, too.
That's right. Plus, Rika-chan was very nice to you today.
That's right. I have to take that film to the store first thing in the morning. It was such a wonderful experience. History, culture, the smell of it, everything about it was wonderful.
Irie is wondering what she experienced during the day. Tomotaki can only smile and act like he doesn't know anything.
By the way, Takano-san, what do you think of what Rika-chan told us at the end today? What are your thoughts?
I want to believe that it's only her paranoia. She said that there's no absolute proof either.
What happened? It sounds like something bad happened to her.
Rika-chan's test result from last week. I thought they came out pretty good, but did you see anything different, Dr. Erie?
No. It was stable as always. If Satoko-chan's result is a wave during high tide, then Rika-chan's result is the quiet surface of a lake. Just like their personalities.
What about the possibility of something acute happening to her?
What do you mean? Did you see any bad symptoms in Rika-chan's behavior?
She asked us for something today. She wants us to protect her because she feels like someone is trying to kill her.
No way. Who would try to kill her? That's impossible.
Rika-chan is a beloved mascot of the village, and I don't think she has any enemies. I think it was just her imagination, too. Of course they're talking about it.
Why does she think that someone is trying to kill her? If she's experiencing paranoia, she may be in the early L5 stage.
She says she saw it in her dreams. She wants us to reinforce the security around her because she feels threatened.
For a young girl like that, it's not uncommon to get scared of nightmares. But we need to determine if it was really just a dream, or she's showing early symptoms of the illness.
Okay. Let's give her an urgent checkup tomorrow. I hope nothing is wrong with her. She's the most valuable person in this village. They keep establishing that.
I hope she's okay. But what should we do if that's the case?
Jiro-san, if that's what she wants from us in return for what she showed us today, it's not even a big deal. If she's worried about her safety and wants to rely on us, I think we should support her. I think that's what paying back with our hearts is all about.
Yeah, you're right. Even if she was just dreaming, we will lose her trust if we don't support her. This is a chance for us. We found a way to show her our appreciation.
Oh, that's right. Plus, she has a right to seek that support from us.
Yes, we have to make sure to protect her at all times.
That's true. That's what you guys are responsible for. Please do your best.
Yes. And Takano-san, please do what you can to keep her safe. I think it's not so serious that we need to bring in the watchdogs from Tokyo.
You can't ask them to come over just because Furude Rika had a nightmare. Alright. I'll order at least 4 members of the Mountain Hounds to watch her 24 hours a day.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's tighter security than when I visited Tokyo.
She deserves special treatment.
That scared me, god damn it!
I'll make sure she gets the best security in the country. No one can plot an assassination on her. I'll get the best bodyguards out here there to protect her. Not even a super spy could lay a finger on her. Meow, meow. Banzai, Onigafuji.
What the? What the? What the hell, lady? Takano-san, did something good happen to you?
Well, I mean...
That was a little bit bizarre.
I'm not letting my guard down, though.
3 segments? Okay. Oh, that one lasted 3 segments. Okay. Alright, Was it mentioned that Tomitaki was in the military or something? He's wearing a military uniform. Or maybe that's just his casual... No, wait, that's not his casual wear. That's his Sunday best. I think it was mentioned. I think there was... I'm getting the same feeling I got whenever I recognized the name Sohei, which, yeah, one of the guys in the Discord was kind of to point out that, yes, I did hear that name before. I'm getting that same feeling like... I feel like it was mentioned that, yes, Tomitaki must have been in, like, the military or something, because he looks like he's in a military outfit, or maybe I really am just misremembering. I don't really know. I feel like I'm getting... I don't know. My brain is probably playing tricks on me, or maybe... Maybe Oyashiu-sama is messing with me. I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much where I'm going to end it for today. It looks like next episode we'll finally get started on the auction. That's probably going to be fun. Also, considering it, we're pretty much on top of Watanagashi. So that's going to be fun. Anyway, guys, if you like this, if you want to refute my theory, go right ahead. I'm still trying to work on it, but that's my theory that I've got right now about what happened. However, as for the Hinamizawa disaster, now that we've got what I'm thinking is the military somewhat involved, again, this is with the thought that Tomitaki is part of the military, and they're mentioning, they started off with Rika and Satoko's disease, so whatever's wrong with them. This is a stretch. This is a ridiculously large stretch. But is it possible that the illness reportedly goes absolutely, like completely out of control? Is it possible, I wonder? if the military, in an effort to stop the spread, would end up killing everyone. Part of me wonders if they would actually do that. Because
clearly I am anti-government because the government is totally evil. They would totally kill a bunch of people. I need to never do that voice ever again. Anyway, I'm gonna try to mull over this a little bit here. Anyway, guys, if you guys like this, be sure to let me know. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Hello there everybody, Sabato92 here, and if you like this video, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. And hey, if you guys like my content, then maybe you'd like to check out another channel who I think deserves equal attention. So click that nightmare emblem and check out that channel, or go to the links in the description down below. Once again, thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.